Okay, the Split the Pot Lottery is a unique initiative that helps hospitals across the province raise funds for healthcare needs, including medical equipment and patient care services.
Now, one of those hospitals that benefits from this is McMaster Children's Hospital in Hamilton, and that is where we find our Teddy Wilson live this morning to tell us about a great initiative and how McMaster puts the funds to good use. Teddy, good morning. My son was born there 12 years ago next week. I've got a lot of fond memories of McMaster Children's Hospital.
That is incredible. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Well, you know, it's really great to be here today. As you can see, I'm in one of the children's play area. They've got all sorts of things for kids and their families who are here. And, you know, this is a really amazing facility. And not just because Nick's kid was born here. They do just amazing work here. And we're here today to talk about the amazing work that's done at McMaster Children's Hospital, but also about how you can help. Because the Split the Pot Lottery at splitthepot.ca sees its proceeds go towards Ontario hospitals, including McMaster Children's Hospital. And I'm here with Anissa Hilborn. How are you, Anissa?
Good, thanks.
It's good to see you. Anissa is CEO of Hamilton Health Sciences Foundation. And Anissa, let's talk before we get into the lottery about how folks can kind of help out. Let's talk a little bit about the incredible work that's done here. We heard Nick say that one of his kids was born here, and there's so much amazing work done at this hospital. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, we are the second largest children's hospital in Ontario. We have the largest NICU in Canada. We have the largest pediatric mental health program in Canada. And we're the region's only inpatient pediatric cancer program, as well as trauma center. So the work being done here every day is incredible. We're saving lives, helping families of the 2.3 million people we serve every day.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been walking around the hospital for an hour or so this morning. Obviously, we're in this amazing play area. Can you talk about kind of the patient and family focus here at the hospital?
Yeah, well, I think this is a really good example. It's about letting kids be kids, even when they're going through the most difficult time, and the families are going through such a difficult time. Yeah. We never forget their kids, and we want to ensure that they have a great life and they enjoy, treatments, even though they can be difficult. We try to make it a good experience.
Yeah. And we're also talking this morning about the Split the Pot Lottery. You can get all the info at splitthepot.ca. And I think some folks will be interested to know that government funding for hospitals in Ontario, there's still a bit of a gap that needs to be filled for equipment and for critical care. So Split the Pot really helps bridge some of that gap, right?
100%. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support of our community. And this is a really good example where we are today of how donor dollars has really impacted the care of kids and giving them what they need.
That's amazing. So if you want info or if you want to get in on the action, you can go to splitthepot.ca. The deadline is August 27th, and the deadline for the early bird draw is tonight. Anissa, how important is that additional funding that you see from Split the Pot Lottery in terms of, things that we actually see in this and other hospitals around the province?
Yeah, it is incredibly important. It's about putting the right tools in the right hands at the right time. It's about leading edge research. Yeah. It's about creating spaces that allow families to heal and patients to heal. And so truly, like I said, we couldn't do it without the community and donor support like Split the Pot.
I know Hamilton Health Sciences Foundation, of which you're the CEO, includes 5 different hospitals. McMaster Children's Hospital is one of them. When you come to the facilities in your role and you see the work that's done here and the kids and the families that are helped, how do you feel about especially the folks who make this run every day and do this incredible work?
Truly, it's a privilege to be able to be witness to it. They are exceptional people. They are incredible clinicians and medical staff, but they're incredible human beings who are just caring for our community day in and day out. And truly, it's a privilege to be a part of that.
Your passion for it really comes through. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. It's great to be here. Maybe in commercial break, we'll start playing some checkers. In the meantime, go to splitthepot.ca. The deadline for the draw is August 27th, but early bird deadline is tonight. You can get all of the info there. You can win a lot of money, and also your donations go to Ontario hospitals. So it's a really important cause as well. Shall we? Okay, this is chess or checkers? I know the rules of neither. Okay, so is that how it works? I'm just kidding. I'm actually an ace. Your move, Anissa.
Okay, well, the Split the Pot lottery is a unique initiative that helps hospitals across the province raise funds for healthcare needs, including medical equipment and patient care services.
Now, one of the hospitals that benefits from all of this is McMaster Children's Hospital in Hamilton, and that's where Teddy Wilson is live this morning telling us more about the great initiative here and also how McMaster puts these funds to good use. Teddy, taking care of kids, I'm not sure there's anything much more important than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredibly said. And as you just mentioned, the Split the Pot lottery at splitthepot.ca goes to help support Ontario hospitals, including McMaster Children's Hospital. And this is a really phenomenal facility. It's the second largest pediatric inpatient hospital in the entire province. So if you buy tickets at splitthepot.ca, it goes to help this hospitals and others. You can direct your donation specifically to Hamilton Health Sciences Foundation or just to support any of the 81 hospitals that are involved. And in terms of the amazing work that's done at this facility, a lot of it is done right here. Right now, I'm in the Pediatric Oncology Clinic. And, you know, earlier in the show, I was showing you one of the play areas. And even when you come in here to this oncology clinic, which is where kids get treatment and, you know, they go through their cancer diagnoses, the kids and their families, you can really feel that they try to create an environment that for the kids makes it feel a little bit more like home. And in terms of the amazing work that's done, a lot of it is led by Dr. Paul Gibson. He's a pediatric oncologist here at the clinic. It's such an honor to meet you.
Hey, great. Welcome to our clinic.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the work that's done here? Because as I just said, you really try to create an environment that maybe feels a little like home for kids and their families as they're going through a really tough time.
Yeah, well, McMaster Children's Hospital serves not only the children and families of Hamilton, but really our whole region, from Niagara to Kitchener-Waterloo to Halton region. We see patients and families from all over there. And here at the Pediatric Oncology Clinic, this is really our grand central station where we provide really wraparound care for our pediatric cancer patients. It's not just doctors, but more importantly, it's a multidisciplinary team of pharmacists and nurses and even child life specialists that are really here to make sure that not only do we provide the medical needs of the family, but we're really providing full support through their childhood cancer journey.
And, you know, I think some viewers, some folks at home will be a little surprised to know that funding from the Ontario government, there's still a bit of a funding gap there. So initiatives like Split the Pot, this lottery, go to help support that. And in terms of the equipment and programs that are supported by folks' donations, I mean, a lot of the equipment here is donor funded. Is that right?
Exactly. And you look around and what you see is a really child and family friendly space. And it's donor dollars that really make these things happen. Not only the practical equipment like IV pumps or blood pressure cuffs, but also the comfort measures to that. And I think what's really important to highlight too is things to support elements of our child life program. Child life specialists are trained to not only help distract children, but really help children and potentially their siblings understand and work their way through the childhood cancer journey.
Yeah, and I mean, it's such incredible work that you and your team do here. How do you feel coming to work every day? Obviously, you're helping kids and their families as they're going through a really, really difficult time, but this is a pretty phenomenal facility.
It's really a privilege to be here. So not only do I get to work with amazing staff, but every day I get to interact with patients and their families and help them through, let's be honest, what's one of the most difficult times they'll ever face, but also have a lot of time to just get to know the families and get to know each other as we go through their childhood cancer journey.
Dr. Gibson, an honor to meet you. Thank you for the work that you and your colleagues do. If you want to support the McMaster Children's Hospital or any of the 81 hospitals across the province, you can go to splitthepot.ca, buy your tickets. The grand prize continues to grow. There's lots of other prizes on offer as well. Splitthepot.ca. The deadline this month is August 27th, and the early bird deadline is tonight. So I'll send it back to you here from McMaster Children's Hospital.
Okay, well, the Split the Pot lottery is a unique initiative that helps hospitals right across this province raise money for healthcare needs, including medical equipment and patient care services.
And one of those hospitals that benefits from this is McMaster Children's Hospital in Hamilton. And that's where we find our Teddy Wilson live this morning to tell us about this great initiative and how McMaster puts the funds to very good use. Good morning, Teddy. This hospital does some incredible things.
Oh, good morning, my friends. Does it ever? And as you said, Split the Pot lottery. You can get tickets at splitthepot.ca, and it goes to help fund equipment and programs for hospitals across the province, including this one, McMaster Children's Hospital. It's actually the second largest pediatric inpatient hospital in the whole province. And right now, I'm in the emergency department, and I'm speaking with Dr. Natalie Schindler. She's medical director here at the Pediatric Emergency Department. Dr. Schindler, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So can you tell me a little bit about the work that's done here? Because obviously this is where kids come where they need emergency care. They're going through trauma. Can you tell us a little bit about the amazing work that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So our emergency department sees about 50,000 people per year, and we have a catchment area of 2.3 million people. So when people think about Hamilton Health Sciences and McMaster, a lot of people probably think that we take care of kids in Hamilton, but we have a large catchment area.
Yeah, and I mean, the work that you do here, I was mentioning this a little earlier in the program, but, you know, I think a lot of folks might be surprised to know that there is a funding gap that needs to be filled after they get all that money from the Ontario government. Hospitals still need additional funding for programs and equipment. And like, this is a piece of equipment that is donor funded that we're looking at right now, right?
Absolutely, yeah, there is a lot of funding gaps. And so in this resuscitation room, or also known as a trauma room, we need a lot of supplies to take care of the critically unwell kids that come in, whether they're medically unwell or from traumas. And this is one of the important pieces that we have in here. This is a newborn warmer.
Okay.
And what happens is we use it for either newborn babies that are born in our emergency department or sometimes in the parking lot.
Right.
And they come here and we can assess them quickly. We also use it for babies who are coming in who are under the age of about a month, who are super unwell, that we need them undressed and exposed so that we can assess them and take care of them. So this part is a warmer so that they don't get cold. And we have a lot of integrated pieces here, such as oxygen and suction, that helps us manage these sick babies in a place where we can all be around this baby.
Yeah, I can actually feel the warmer on my arm right now. And another piece of equipment that's donor funded is this ultrasound machine over here. And I know this is actually your son. This is Brady. He's helping us demonstrate this morning. And this is Valerie and Haley from the team here. So tell me a little bit about kind of what we're simulating right now.
So right now what we're trying to show you a little bit is our new ultrasound machine. First of all, that is our very new piece. It's about $75,000 and was donor funded.
Wow.
We use it every day in many scenarios, whether the kid is acutely unwell or whether they're stable. But what we're doing most of the time is using it in the setting of trauma.
Right.
So we can look for internal bleeding, what Val is doing right now. You can look around for that. In very unwell children, you can also look at how their hydration is, looking at big vessels in the abdomen. And then during CPR, we can actually look at the heart and see if it's pumping or not.
Yeah, and I mean, it's amazing so that's the type of equipment, that specific piece of equipment too, donor funded through Split the Pot lottery and other initiatives like it. Obviously, the other thing that's happening here is Haley from the team is going through some fun drawings with your son, with Brady, as he helps us simulate. Why is this part of the equation so important here?
So our team is actually critical for us in pediatrics. We can't function without them. So what Haley is acting as is a child life specialist. So they're one of our integral members of the team. Child life specialists help kids get through painful procedures and help them get them distracted so we can do what we need to do. Because as you can imagine, most kids are very, very scared and crying. And so we're able to get through procedures without using a lot of medication, with distraction only.
Yeah, and the team here really do seem amazing. I've been chatting with everybody. What's it like to come to work here every day?
Amazing. We have a good team, multiple team members, a lot of nurses that work with us who are excellent in various experience. We have social workers as well who are critical in what we do.
Yeah.
And so they often will come into this room as well, our social workers, in a scenario where somebody's critically unwell, to support family members through it.
Dr. Schindler, great to talk to you. Valerie, Haley, Brady, thank you for helping us simulate this morning. You can go to splitthepot.ca. So the deadline this month is August 27th. Also, the early bird deadline is tonight, and bonus tickets are back this month, which I know a lot of folks really like as well. So head over to splitthepot.ca, find out how you can win the grand prize, tons of other prizes, and in the process, go help support Ontario hospitals, including ones like this, which is the McMaster Children's Hospital. So it's a really amazing initiative, splitthepot.ca. I'll send it to break, and then we'll be back with more CP24 Breakfast.
Welcome back. The Split the Pot lottery is a unique initiative that helps hospitals across the province raise funds for healthcare needs, including medical equipment and patient care services.
And one of those hospitals benefiting from this is McMaster Children's Hospital in Hamilton. That's where Teddy Wilson is live this morning, telling us more about the great initiative as to how McMaster is putting all these funds to use. Teddy, this has really been enlightening this morning, all these different features and all the help, where it's going.
Absolutely. I mean, beautifully said and very enlightening for me as well. McMaster Children's Hospital, it's the second largest pediatric inpatient hospital in the whole province. So they do a lot of amazing work here. And, earlier today, I showed you one of the play areas for kids and their families going through care and treatment here. We highlighted the pediatric oncology unit as well as the emergency department. And right now we're in another really, really incredible part of the hospital. This is the NICU, or the neonatal intensive care unit. And this NICU is actually the largest of its kind, not just in the province, but of the whole country. The work they do here is absolutely amazing. And by buying a ticket to the Split the Pot lottery, you can win a lot of cash, including the grand prize, which continues to grow. But you can also help support hospitals here in Ontario. So go to splitthepot.ca for all the info, but this is an example of the type of unit and the type of equipment that you can help fund, because there is a funding gap after the Ontario government, funds hospitals. There's still a funding gap, and donors help make that up. And this is really cool. I'm chatting with Dr. El Haloub. Hello, Dr. El Haloub. How are you?
Very nice meeting you. Thank you. How are you?
I'm really great. So you're the division head of neonatology here at the hospital. Can you tell me a bit about the work that you do specifically in this part of the hospital?
This part of the hospital, we are the NICU, so neonatology, as you said. We're working alongside our obstetric colleagues, so we're here on the same floor with our L&D and OR. We are admitting about 1,500 babies per year.
Wow.
Everything, the whole entire spectrum of neonatology, meaning the extreme preterms from 22 weeks gestation on to the term babies who have complex medical conditions, surgical conditions, whatever. We care for all those patients and their families.
Yeah. And as I've been talking about throughout the morning, and that statistic is pretty eye-opening. 1,500 babies per year are helped here through this unit. And as I've said throughout the show, buying a ticket to Split the Pot lottery, it helps fund equipment and programs. This is a piece of equipment that is donor funded. Is that right? What is this?
That's an incubator.
Okay.
So that's a bed basically which provides warmth and humidity for the babies. We can regulate everything within there. We can work in there. So that's an incubator, which we have, as I said, many of them.
And what is this piece of equipment here, Doctor?
This is a ventilator. Highly sophisticated piece of equipment as well. Mm-hmm. Those things cost between $50,000 and $100,000.
And that's per piece of equipment?
Per piece of equipment,
wow.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And we were talking a little bit before during the commercial break, and you were speaking really eloquently about the work that's done here in this unit and in the hospital overall, and the team that you work with. How does it feel to come to work here every day and feel the gratification of the work that you're doing to help kids and their families?
It's actually fun to work. It's joyful to work. It's wonderful to have this family-centered approach and really working together with families, having the parents around, if possible, 24/7. Obviously they can't, but to have them around. To also, very important equipment is that chair here, where a mom or a dad can sit there and have their kid out of the ventilator with them on the chest and with their baby, what we call skin-to-skin care, for instance. Right. So, and have all the interaction. We have about 400 people working on our unit, who are of all disciplines, nursing, allied health, and it's fantastic, that interdisciplinary work, and to be together with those families.
Doctor, thank you. It's an honor to chat with you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
And you can go to splitthepot.ca, scan the QR code as well. The deadline this month for the Split the Pot lottery is August 27th, and the early bird deadline is tonight. All sorts of cash prizes available, including the grand prize, which continues to grow. The bonus draw is back as well this month. So there's a lot of money to win, and if you buy a ticket, it goes to help units like this one and hospitals like this one. So hit up splitthepot.ca to be part of it all. We'll be right back with more CP24 Breakfast. Thanks.